Good afternoon, Brave Nation, and welcome inside Flagler Gymnasium. We're in St. Augustine, Florida this afternoon for UNCP women's basketball at the Flagler Saints. On the Braves Broadcast Network, I'm Cameron Songer. Thanks so much for tuning in. Women's game getting ready to begin. Starting lineups being introduced. Let's get them to you. Starting with the visiting UNC Pembroke Braves, who come in at 15-9 overall, 10-7 in the Peach Belt Conference, though they've won just 3 of their last 8. The Braves are a dominant team at home, not so much on the road. And the starting lineup for head coach John Haskins goes like this. In the backcourt, Brianna Bayham, the junior guard from Wilmington, will be the primary ball handler today with the injury to Jasmine Huntley. She's not in the lineup today. Erica Williams and Avery Locklear, the other 2 guards for UNCP. Locklear, a sophomore from Landis, North Carolina, and Williams, a senior from Fayetteville. In the front court, a junior from East Orange, New Jersey, number 10, Nyla Allen. And in the middle, a senior from Laurinburg, the Braves' leading scorer, number 24, Janisa Monley. For the Flagler Saints, it's been a struggle this year. 4-20 overall, just 2-15 in the Peach Belt Conference. Both of their wins have come in the game immediately preceding the game they play UNC Pembroke. The Braves defeated Flagler by just 2 points back on February 1st. We'll talk about that a little bit more over the course of the broadcast. An incredible game these 2 teams played the first time they met, but the Braves came out on top in Pembroke, and Flagler will come in looking for that 3rd Peach Belt Conference win. They're just 2-11 at home. The head coach Erica Lang Montgomery has the following starting lineup. Junior guard from Clearwater, Florida, number 1, Alex Alford. Junior guard from Dade City, Florida, number 3, Bree Roberts. Freshman guard from Kissimmee, Florida, number 11, Kiera Crane. Junior guard from Venice, Florida, number 14, Maggie Flynn. And a junior forward from Longwood, Florida, the leading rebounder in the Peach Belt Conference, number 33, Tiffany Hodge. One of the things about this Flagler team, they only have 7 available players, and that's actually an improvement over what it's been the last couple days, as Jazzy Mathis, a freshman guard, coming back from an injury. She missed the last 4 or 5 games for them, hasn't played since that first week in February. So while she was out, they had 6 players. Now they're up to 7, and the Braves have plenty more depth than that, even though the Braves dealing with some injuries of their own. No Stephanie Johnson, no Jasmine Huntley today for UNCP. Still plenty for the Braves, a full 12-player roster for UNCP. They're wearing the black jerseys with the gold letters and numbers. Flagler white jersey with gold letters and numbers. Braves will be going from right to left across the hardwood as Nyla Allen wins the jump ball for UNCP, and we are underway. Bayham takes up the middle of the floor at Flagler Gymnasium. The pass goes to Monley on the left elbow. Back up top for Allen. Swings it to the right wing. Bayham holds it at the waist. Finds Locklear up top. To the left wing, it gets swung to Williams. Williams looking down low. Monley makes the catch. Monley spins to the middle up with the righty hook shot around the rim and good, and the Braves strike first. 2-0 UNCP with 9:35 to go in quarter number 1. The Flagler Saints with the first offensive possession for them today. On the right side, Crane swings it up top for Hodge. Hodge, handoff to the left side, Alford. Alford being guarded by Bayham, gives it back up top for Flynn. Now to the right side, shot clock down to 10 for Flagler. Drive by Hodge. Monley cuts it off. She picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Back outside, 3-point attempt. Flynn off the mark, and UNCP tracks down the rebound. Allen gives it over to Williams, and she'll take it up the floor. First minute off the clock here in St. Augustine. 2-0 the UNC Pembroke lead. Locklear finds Allen on the low block. Gets past one. Driving to the rim. Banks in the layup. And it's 4-0 Braves. Nyla Allen got past her mark and slid right to the rim. Had the easy layup. Bayham picking up right at half court as Alford calls out the play for the Saints. Goes to the left side with the pass. Flynn holds at the waist. Bounce pass to the free throw line extended. Here's Crane. Jabs up in a drive. Pass to the corner. 3-point attempt on the way. Way too strong. Locklear has the box out in the rebound for UNCP. Saints start 0 of 2. Braves 2 of 2. And here comes Bayham at the middle of the floor. Down the left side of the lane. Up through some contact. Puts it on the rim. No good. Flagler rebounds. We've played 90 seconds. It's a 4-0 UNCP lead. Transition opportunity for the Saints. Alford, the pass back up top for Hodge. Hodge back over to Alford in front of the Braves bench. Working around the perimeter from right to left. Now all the way to the left corner, Flynn. Looking down low, Hodge makes the catch in traffic. Back outside, Roberts. Up fake and a drive. The floater from 10. Good, and the Saints on the board. 4-2 UNCP. We've played 2 minutes in the first quarter. Bayham walks it up for the black and gold. Out there with Allen, Williams, Monley, Locklear. And for Flagler, they're starting 5. Alford, Roberts, Crane, Flynn, and Hodge. Pass up top for Monley for UNCP. To the right side it goes. Bayham dials long distance, left it short. Offense rebound for Allen. There's a foul, and they'll say Allen climbed over the back. It looked like she was boxed out, got sandwiched between two white jerseys, and Nyla Allen going over the back of the good box out. So it's the first personal foul on Nyla Allen, first team foul on UNCP. 7:45 to go in the first quarter. Braves 4, Saints 2. UNC Pembroke women's basketball looking to pick up win number 11 in conference play. That's a big turnaround from last year when they went 5-14. Already a good campaign for the Braves, guaranteed a spot in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Looking to get a first-round home game. Pass back outside, the shot clock down to 9 for Flagler. Outside, it's Flynn on the right side, hopping into the lane, off balance, puts up the shot, banks it in, and one. A wild drive from Maggie Flynn, just heaved it at the rim, and got the blocking foul called on Avery Locklear. Maggie Flynn for Flagler to the line to try to complete a three-point play. The junior guard averages 12 points per game and shoots 78% from the free throw line. 7:22 to go, first quarter. 4-4 is the game, as Flynn hits the free throw to make it 5-4 Flagler. Braves scored the first 4 points. Now Flagler on a mini 5-0 run. Williams up the far sideline, dribbles to the near wing, handoff for Bayham. Bayham weaving to the top of the key, over to Locklear on the right side, up faking a drive, baseline jump shot from 12 feet, left it short. Good box out by the Saints. They have the rebound coming back the other way. In transition, a crossover. Alford looking for a pass back out to the wing. It's too tall for Kiera Crane, and turned over by Flagler. Each team shooting about 50% from the floor in the early going. 3 minutes into this one now. Braves down by a point as Allen catches the inbounds pass, bounces it right back to Williams. Williams trying to get it to Bayham, but the ball was denied from her. So they go to Locklear at the top of the key. Swings it to Bayham now on the left side. Off a Monley screen, up top. Long two-pointer, Bayham, money. Brianna Bayham off a good screen from Janisa Monley. It's 6-5 Braves. 6:40 to play in quarter number one. The pass goes to the left side as the Saints take it back up. Alford tries to lob down low. Hodge makes the catch. Guarded tightly by Monley. Has to send it back outside. Three-point attempt. Crane knocks it in. Rattled around the rim and then fell. Kiera Crane with her first 3 points. The freshman from St. Cloud High School gives the Saints an 8-6 lead. 6:20 to play, first quarter. Williams looking for Locklear on the right side. She holds at the waist. Pass up top for Monley. A long two-point attempt. This time it's no good. Offensive rebound by Erica Williams, who takes it back outside. Here's Bayham resetting the offense for UNC Pembroke. Directing traffic. The pass goes to her left for Allen, who holds it above her head. Waiting for somebody to cut open. Now she'll drive. Dish toes to the corner for Williams. Williams into the teeth of the defense. Up through some contact. Missed the layup. No foul called. Rebound Flagler. Up the middle of the floor. Here's Roberts. To the right wing. Jump stop and throws it up top for Alford. Pass to the left side. Crane. Crane swings it up top. Now Roberts over to the right side for Alford. Alford lobs it down low for Hodge. Hodge backs down on Monley. Dishes it back outside Flynn. Flynn into the lane. Drew a blocking foul. Shot clock was down to 13. And that will be already the third team foul on UNCP. John Haskins not liking what he's seeing from the Braves bench, or from the Braves starters. He'll empty the bench. 5:40 to go, first quarter. 8-6, the Saints lead. And UNCP makes a wholesale change. So the starters come out. The new 5 on the floor, with the exception of Bayham. Bayham does stay on the floor. It's Stevens, Silliman, Ebron, and Lawson, the new 4 off the bench for UNCP, with the point guard Brianna Bayham remaining in the game. Saints ball up 8-6, looking down low. That pass was kicked, and it will remain Flagler basketball. 5:31 left to go in quarter number one. 8-6, Flagler in front. 22 on the shot clock. Saints get it into Alford. They don't make any changes there. They don't have a lot of changes to make. Just 2 players dressed and on the bench, in addition to the 5 on the floor for Flagler. Alford, right wing 3, splash. Saints feeling it from long range. They've made a couple of those. It's 11-6 now, Flagler. Lawson up top finds Ebron, over to Stevens. Down low for Lawson, spins to the middle, up through a lot of contact, no good. Rebound fought for, it's tied up, and the possession arrow gives it to Flagler. So the Braves won the opening tip. Since then, it's been mostly downhill. The Braves started on a 4-0 run. Flagler's taken an 11-6 lead midway through the first period. We'll get a timeout here on the floor halfway through the first quarter. It's Flagler 11, UNCP 6. Keep it here on the Braves Broadcast Network for more UNCP women's basketball. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry, and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all their support and offering the best for Braves athletes. 5 minutes into the first quarter, Flagler on an 11-2 run. They lead UNCP 11-6. We're here at Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine, Florida. UNC Pembroke women's basketball taking on the Saints. Peach Belt Conference action. Pass on the left side as Flagler has the ball. Now it's up top with the post Hodge. To the right wing, Alford. Jab step and gives it back to Hodge. She dials long distance. Can't connect. And the defensive rebound by UNCP. Blair Silmon hauls it in. Flagler, 2 of the first 4 from behind the arc. Pretty good three-point shooting against a Braves team that is the best three-point shooting team in the league. Lawson makes a catch in the paint. Spins back towards the middle. Gives it back outside for Ebron. And they will call Lawson for 3 in the key. Camped out down low as the Braves with another turnover for UNCP. That's just the first turnover of the game officially. Flagler's turned it over once as well. Turnovers have been a problem off and on for the Braves this year, especially against teams that play a high-pressure defense. Flagler will not do that. Drive to the basket on the reverse, no good. Rebound by UNCP as Bree Roberts got caught under the rim. Here's Bayham in transition, right to the basket, has it poked away from behind, out of bounds, last touch by Flagler. 4:06 to go, first quarter, 11-6, the Saints lead. UNCP out there with Steven Silliman, Ebron, Lawson, and Bayham. For Flagler, still the starting 5 out there. Alford, Roberts, Crane, Flynn, and Hodge. Here's a free throw line jump shot from Lawson, no good. Ebron gets her hands on the rebound. Ball gets poked loose, and then a foul called on UNCP as Jillian Ebron pushed off and trying to haul in that board. Sub now for the Saints. Kara McKissack, the first one up off the bench, a redshirt freshman guard from Orange Park, Florida. Let's see who she replaces. It will be Bree Roberts. For a minute there, Flagler had 6 players on the floor. UNCP also makes a change as LaShonda Pritchard checks in and replaces Jillian Ebron. So the senior Pritchard in for the freshman Ebron. Both teams playing fairly small lineups, at least in name, 4 guards with 1 forward. Pass up top, Flagler has it going from left to right across the hardwood on their home floor. Alford on the left side, pass back up top for Crane. To the right wing it goes, a couple dribble jump shot around the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Hodge, another chance for the Saints. 3:30 to go, first quarter, it's 11-6 Flagler. Pass to the right side, held by Flynn now for Flagler. Up top for Hodge, swings it to her left for Alford. Alford a pass fake, she holds at the waist. Back up top. Now McKissack driving through the defense. A Euro step, scoops it up, missed it, and Pritchard grabs the rebound for UNC Pembroke. Gives it to the point guard, Bayham. Bayham up the middle of the floor with the left hand, right into the teeth. The defense gets bumped, puts up the shot. They'll say it was not in the act of shooting. A blocking foul called on Kiera Crane as Bayham had her on the hip, and Crane just gave a little bit too much of a bump. Another change now for UNCP. Number 21, Brandy Robinson in for Phoenicia Lawson. And the Saints will make another quick change. Bree Roberts had just a very quick break. Kiera Crane will go to the bench after picking up that foul. 4 fouls on the Braves, just 1 on the Saints. As we've played about 7 minutes now in the first quarter. Braves down by 5. Bayham holds on the left wing. Up fake, gets into the paint, puts up the floater. Can't get it to drop. Robinson got her fingers on the rebound. Couldn't haul it in. And the Saints have it coming the other way. Alford on the secondary break, calling out the play. Let's see what the Saints try to do. I recognize they probably won't try to push the ball very much without a deep bench. Hodge in the low block, trying to get Robinson up in the air. Lowers the shoulder, lays it in, and she crawls it up over the rim and down. 13-6 Flagler. And they are on a 13-2 run after the Braves started with the first 4 points. Not the way the Braves envisioned the start to this game against a team that's just 2-15 in league play. Pritchard, the pass to the right side. Silliman lobs down low for Robinson. Now it's Bayham, straightaway 3-point attempt, swish. Brianna Bayham from downtown, as Bayham up to 5 of the Braves' 9 points. Just a 4-point ball game still, 2:15 to go, first quarter. A long way to play still, and UNCP trying to play a more complete game than they did against Flagler the first time these two teams met. Flynn the pass to her right for Alford, holding up top. Now down low, Hodge with the lefty hook, knocks it in. Tiffany Hodge, a double-double threat, averaging about 14 and 11. She's taking care of business in the low block already. 4 points, and to go with a couple of rebounds. Got 5 rebounds already, in fact. My goodness. 15-9, the Saints lead. Braves work it down low for Robinson, trying to attack Hodge. Spin, the dish out, back outside. Pritchard dials long distance, can't connect, and the rebound bounces right to Hodge. Averaging 11.6 boards per contest, tops in the Peach Belt Conference. Braves will need to keep a body on her to keep her from having a big day there. On the left wing, three-point attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Flagler as McKissack sneaks in past UNCP Silliman. Ball poked out of bounds off the Braves. It stays on that end as Erica Williams checks back in and will send Silliman to the bench. 1:21 left in quarter number 1. Saints 15, Braves 9. UNCP as a team shooting just 4 of 13 from the floor. Flagler at 6 of 13. We'll get an offensive foul on the inbound. Turned over here by the Saints. It's called on Kara McKissack. Neither team shooting the lights out from long range. 1 of 3 for the Braves, 2 of 6 for Flagler. That's good three-point shooting. And UNCP, I think, expects to be right about there all game. Here's Bayham up top on off the feed from Stevens. Uses a Pritchard screen, and it was moving. Pritchard swung her hips out. Really hard to miss that call. And it's a offensive foul right back the other way. Turned over by the Braves. Turnover number 2 by UNCP. The Braves have had 2 turnovers on the other side. A minute left in quarter number 1. Saints with the ball and a 6-point lead. It's up top with McKissack. Holds it above her head, waiting for somebody to break open. Here's Flynn, a long 3. Cans it. Maggie Flynn just didn't waste any time. Catch and fire. And it's 18-9 Flagler. Here's Stevens up top for Pritchard. Finds Robinson in the low block. Back outside Stevens. Tries to respond with her own 3. Can't connect. And the rebound by Tiffany Hodge. That's 7 boards for her here in the first quarter. 33 seconds left. A drive to the rim. Puts it on the rim. Fouled. And no good. But Bree Roberts will go to the line and shoot 2 after the foul by UNCP's LaShonda Pritchard, who's just picked up her second. A little bit more about Flagler. It's a private 4-year liberal arts college in St. Augustine, Florida. Founded in 1968. Has about 2,500 students and is a long way from Pembroke. 396 miles. It's about 6 hours via I-95 south. As the Braves will make a host of changes here. LaShonda Pritchard to the bench. Randy Robinson to the bench. Ebony Stevens back to the sidelines for UNCP. As the Braves put most of the starting 5 back out there. It's Allen out there with Bayham, Williams, Locklear, and Sadeja Love into the game for the first time. Both free throws good from Bree Roberts. That's a double-digit lead for Flagler here with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 20-9 is the scoreboard. Bayham passed to her right for Love. Now Allen up top. Swings it to the left. Bayham gets a step on the defender. Drives to the rim. Puts it on the deck. Lays it in and one. Brianna Bayham just swinging that ball right past her defender. No help defense from Flagler. And an and one opportunity for Brianna Bayham after the foul by Bree Roberts. Bayham to the free throw line for UNCP. She shoots 75%, a top 10 rate in the Peach Belt Conference. Junior guard who's scored 10 or more points in 9 of the Braves' last 11 games. Can't hit the free throw. Long rebound to Flagler. His body's flying down under the basket. Shot clock turned off. Saints will hold for the last shot. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Braves down by 9. Flagler, the pass up top. Roberts up faking a drive. Into the lane. Puts up a wild shot. No good. Locklear pulls down the rebound with 1 second left. Won't be able to get a shot off, and the first quarter's come to a close. Roberts talking to the official a little bit, wanting to get a foul call. Didn't materialize for her. A good first quarter for Flagler as they shot 3 of 7 from behind the arc to pace a 20-11 lead after 10 minutes. Keep it here on the Braves Broadcast Network. Plenty more UNCP women's basketball coming your way next. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. Braves ball to start the second quarter, trailing on the road at Flagler 20-11. Allen has it up top off the feed from Bayham, drive and kick. Now Williams down the right side of the lane. They'll call 3 in the key on Sadeja Love as the Braves turn it over. 4 turnovers in the game now by the Black and Gold, just 2 by the Saints. Flagler shooting up around 47%. The Braves at 5 of 15 from the field. 30 seconds off the second quarter game clock. 20-11 the Flagler lead. Crane holds up top. Swings it to the right for Alford. There's a foul. No, a whistle away from the ball as Hodge called for 3 in the key. As she's looking to the official with a befuddled look on her face. She had at least 1 foot out of the paint when that whistle blew. Perhaps something of a makeup call, as we've now seen 3 seconds in the lane called on each team's opening possession of the second quarter. Saints come out in a full court press on the dead ball. Bayham will walk it up as the Saints sag away from it. Crane giving token pressure. It's with Love on the right wing, over to Locklear in the right corner. Holding with tight defense on her to a cutting Love. Love back outside Bayham, up faking a drive down the left side of the lane. Here's Williams. Another whistle, and again we'll call 3 in the key. Sadeja Love again, as Janisa Monley hustles over to the scores table for UNCP, and Sadeja Love will go to the bench. They are certainly calling that close. Whether that's something that continues, we'll have to see. Braves with some pressure now, 2-2-1 full court zone press. Flagler with a couple passes, breaks the mid-court timeline. First minute off the clock in the second quarter. Saints still with a 9-point lead. Extra passes to the right corner. Here's Flynn back outside. Good ball movement here by the Saints. A deep 3 by Roberts, too strong. Offensive rebound, though, for Hodges. She's ripped to the floor by Bayham. Frustration foul there by UNCP, as Monley couldn't get a strong enough box out. That foul called on Bayham. It's her second, and she will probably be going to the bench now. She didn't get a chance to rest in that entire first quarter. She leads all scorers with 7 right now, but after 2 personal fouls here at the beginning of the second quarter, she might spend some time on the sideline to avoid picking up number 3. 8:53 to go, second quarter. Saints 20, Braves 11. Saints looking to avenge a 2-point loss in Pembroke, a game Flagler led by 13 with 3 minutes left, and the Braves went on a 15-0 run to seal the deal and earn a stunning come-from-behind win. Flagler would have had just their second win in conference that day. They had to wait another couple weeks. They got their last win, their second win, on Wednesday. They are 2-15 in the PBC. Braves at 10-7. 8:40 to go, second quarter. Shot clock at 17. A long 3, no good by Flagler. Monley pulls down the rebound for UNCP. Williams up the middle of the floor, waiting for somebody to break open. Handoff to Locklear. Locklear behind the arc, outside for Williams. Williams retreats back towards midcourt with the dribble. Pass goes to Monley on the left side. Monley with some room, driving towards the basket, puts up the shot, banks it in. No, they'll call the offensive foul. Tiffany Hodge stepping in and drawing the charge on Janisa Monley. And Monley just silently walking back down the floor. Braves are cold offensively right now. They scored 4 points in the first minute. Haven't scored here in the second quarter. And the score remains frozen at 22-11. Braves fans, remember to tune in every Saturday morning on WFXB Fox TV at 9:30 for the UNCP Sports Black and Gold Report presented by Pepsi. This morning we talked to women's basketball coach John Haskins and men's basketball coach Ben Miller. And you can see that full episode on our YouTube channel, UNCP Braves, on Monday. Crane on the press break. Long pass up the wing for Flynn. Right in front of the Braves bench. Hesitates, then throws it up top for Alford as the Saints set up the half-court offense. 2 minutes off the clock in the second quarter. Still a 9-point lead for Flagler playing in their home gym. At the free throw line, Hodge whips it to the left for Alford. Alford, pass back up top, Crane. Crane over to Flynn. Flynn with 4 to shoot. Bounces down low for Hodge. She was wrapped up by Monley with the shot clock down to 2. Monley caught reaching in the cookie jar there, and it's a foul on UNC Pembroke. Already 3 team fouls on the Braves here in the second quarter. UNCP just cannot find an answer down low for Tiffany Hodge. The Braves' breakthrough the first time these two teams played came when Hodge picked up her 5th personal foul. At that point, the Saints just have no other main post players to go to. They don't list any other forwards on their roster. And when that happens, the Braves' interior players are able to feast on the low block, but the Braves have to get Hodge a first foul to start getting her thinking about coming out of the game, because otherwise she will play the full 40. She's done it a lot this year, and she will continue to do so today if the Braves give her that opportunity. Roberts on the jab step and a drive. Dish out goes to Alford. Wide open three, a little too strong, as Nyla Allen corrals the rebound for UNC Pembroke. Williams up to Locklear. Locklear, transition three-point attempt, left it short. Defensive rebound for Hodge. And for Hodge, that's rebound number 9 already in the game. Euro step to the rim, shot no good. Defensive rebound by Lawson for UNCP. Played almost 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Neither team's put the ball in the basket yet. On the right side, Silman up top for Lawson. Handoff to Locklear, now works off a screen. Free throw line jump shot for Avery Locklear. Money. It's now 20-13 Flagler with 7 minutes to play before halftime. Flagler wanting a timeout as head coach Erica Lang Montgomery saw the action getting a little too fast for her team. She'll want to talk it over with the Saints. Full timeout on the floor. We will take it as well. 6:57 to go, second quarter. It's 20-13 Flagler on the Braves Broadcast Network. Braves fans, UNCP Athletics has partnered with Advanced Online to launch the official UNCP Braves Athletics online store at shopuncpbraves.com. The store features more than 1,100 products, including t-shirts to pet supplies and everything in between. Also has apparel from different brands, including Adidas, the official apparel provider for UNCP Athletics. That's shopuncpbraves.com. 6:50 to play in the second quarter. Flagler playing at home, wearing the white jerseys with a 20-13 lead over the UNCP women's basketball team. Braves in a 2-3 zone on defense as Flynn holds on the left side for the Saints. Jabs up in a drive for Roberts. She gets double teamed, has to get rid of it. Alford with the shot clock down to 8. Extra pass, three-point attempt on the way for Roberts. Money. Saints taking advantage of a timeout. Got the time to get their rhythm back, catch their breath a little bit as well. Remember, the Saints have just 7 available players for today's game, as UNCP will take it up the floor, and the clock got unplugged, it looked like. So the shot clock, the game clock, all turned off. I'll get that rebooted, and the numbers pop back up to life. 23-13, the Flagler leads. 6:26 to play in the second quarter. Saints are just 2-15 in conference play this season. Braves at 10-7, fighting for a second seed in the PBC's East Division. Another whistle as the shot clock got reset on accident, and they'll put it to 25. Braves could still finish anywhere from 1st to 4th in the conference. After today, there's just one game left in the regular season for UNCP. More than likely, Lander will win the East Division of the Peach Belt Conference, and the Braves right now tied for second. With one game left after this one, Braves need wins where they can get them. Allen, double pump layup through the lane. It crawls over the rim and down. Nyla Allen with the bucket. For Allen, 4 points. The Braves trail 23-15. 6 minutes to go before halftime. Wide open layup. And then the last second foul by Phoenicia Lawson is no one picking up in transition there, as Bree Roberts just went slicing to the basket. Caught on the wing. No Brave there to hold her. Lawson forced to commit the last second foul to prevent the easy lay-in. First personal on Phoenicia Lawson. 4th team foul on UNCP, as the first free throw up and good for Bree Roberts. The junior from Santa Fe College is hitting 84% of the free throw line this year for the Saints. Chance to put the lead back up to 10 with a second free throw. It is also good. And it's 25-15 Flagler with 5:55 to go in the second quarter. Saints perfect at the free throw line. Braves 0 for 1. Lawson, handoff goes to Silman on the right wing. Here's Williams up top. Off a Lawson screen to the free throw line. Hand off to Locklear up top. Has to pick up her dribble. Now they work it down low for Lawson. Lawson spins to her left, up with the hook shot. No good. Defensive rebound by Flagler. Nice defense down low by Hodge for Flaglers. They get another stop. High dribble up the middle of the floor. Roberts weaving through the defense. Dish outside. Flynn, wide open three. Good. Timeout UNCP, and the Saints starting to pull away. It's 28-15 Flagler with 5:26 to go in the second quarter. 30-second timeout. We will take it as well. We'll be right back. You're listening to UNCP Women's Basketball. .5:26 to play in quarter number 2 here at Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine, Florida. UNCP women's basketball in trouble early, trailing 28-15 to the Saints. Williams has it up top for the Braves as they go from right to left across the hardwood. Suleiman over to Allen to Locklear, back to Williams. 15 to shoot as they get it to Allen, cutting to the rim, up through contact, puts it in, and one. Nyla Allen with the burst for the Braves. They'll call the foul on Tiffany Hodge. It's her first. Hodge is the key player for Flagler. Not their biggest scorer, certainly a main scorer for them. 13.6 points per game, but the leading rebounder in the conference. She's already got 9 boards today as Nyla Allen converts the three-point play for UNCP by making the free throw. Halfway through the second quarter now, it's 28-18 Flagler. Pass goes to the right as the Saints have it with Alford, guarded by Silman. UNCP in a man-to-man defense. In the corner, it's held by Roberts at the waist, waiting for a screen. Passes up top for Flynn. Flynn with the jab step, going to the rim, leaves it down low for Hodge, who lays it in. Flynn looked like she got whacked in the face there. Stayed down on the floor for just a second, popped right back up to play defense as officials didn't stop the action. 30-18 Flagler, 4:38 to play before halftime. Silliman over to Locklear. Braves looking desperate for a basket right now. Locklear straight away three, you bet. Avery Locklear delivers in a key moment for UNCP. First three-pointer of the afternoon for Avery Locklear. The Braves trail by 9 with 4:20 to play in the second quarter. On the right side, Flynn gives it up top for Hodge. Hodge to her left. Now a whistle. And UNCP bench getting a warning here as Hodge looked like she had clearly traveled on that catch. And there's a sizable crowd from UNCP sitting behind the Braves bench, and they're also shouting at the refs. I think they missed that call. I happen to agree with the Braves on this one. Shot clock down to 10 for the Saints as we resume action. Straight away, three on the way. Flynn, she's had the hot hand, can't drop that one in. Lawson grabs the rebound for UNCP. Hands off for Williams. 4 minutes to go before halftime. A deep three. Silliman left it short off the front rim. And the rebound goes right back to Flagler. Back and forth action. Not a lot of scoring here in this second quarter. On the left wing, here's Crane. Pass going to the corner for Flagler. Looking down low, Hodge makes the catch in traffic. Locklear comes on the double team. Ball gets tied up. Possession arrow says it should be UNCP ball. No, it's going to stay on that end. Shot clock still at 17. Braves got the ball to start the second quarter. That's right. And there hasn't been a jump ball since then. Nice baseline drive. Alford, dish to the corner. Open, three-point attempt. Way too strong on the air ball. Rebound controlled by Flagler. Shot clock didn't reset. It's with Alford. Hesitation. They throw down low for Hodge. Dish out to the wing. Three-point attempt. Roberts knocks it in. 33-21 Flagler as UNCP can't grab a defensive rebound again. Getting just crushed on the boards here today. 18-11 in favor of the Saints. That's their second chance three. Whistle on the foul away from the ball. Allen ended up making the three-pointer. It won't count. There's a holding foul called on Maggie Flynn of the Saints. Both teams make changes now. Avery Locklear will stay in the game and inbound. Blair Silliman will go to the sideline for UNCP. Ebony Stevens checks in. Change for the Saints. Alex Alford to the bench. Kara McKissack back in for Flagler. Allen holding on the left side. They set up Locklear wide open, straightaway three-pointer. Had time to set and shoot, and she scores. Avery Locklear for 3, and the Braves trail by 9. 2:54 to go in the second quarter. 33-24 Flagler. This is turning into a three-point shooting contest. Straight away up top. Crane thought about the 3, gives it off. Here's a right wing 3. Flynn airballs the response, trying to save it. Flagler's foot was over the line as Tiffany Hodge showing the good hustle, but it's out of bounds to UNCP. 2:41 left in the second. 33-24 the Saints lead. As Erica Williams walks it up against some token pressure from the Saints. Setting up the half-court offense now. Both teams spreading the floor and really letting it fly. Here's an Allen 3 right on cue, but she misses. And the rebound by McKissack. UNCP probably had a better look possible on that possession. Just a really quick shot. Here's another quick 3 and another air ball by Flagler. Hodge tries to save it, throws it back in. Good hustle, another chance for the Saints, but the shot clock didn't reset. It's at 15. Braves really getting out-rebounded here today. 18-12. To the left wing goes the pass. Crane looks down low for Hodge. She gets double-teamed. In some trouble. Locklear in there for the tie-up, and the Braves have a turnover. Possession arrow gives it to UNCP. The shot clock was down to 3 anyway. It's Braves ball after Tiffany Hodge is tied up. 2:01 to go in the second quarter. Saints 33, Braves 24. As the Saints shooting 41%, the Braves at 42%. But the Saints have taken an extra 3 shots. Also really dropping in those threes, both teams. Locklear, the pass to the left side. Stevens looking down low for Lawson. Lawson on the left block, can't lay it in. Rebound tipped around, it's loose on the floor. Lawson comes away with it. She gets tied up, and then it's ripped away by Flagler. No whistle, and the Saints come up the far side. On the run, Roberts. Roberts, handoff to the left corner off the shovel pass. Flynn up top, Crane. To the right wing it goes, McKissack. Hodge calling for it. She catches on the right block. Ball gets poked away. It squirts loose to the corner. Tried to save it. The Saints. It's out of bounds to UNCP. Both teams make a change now. Brandy Robinson in for Phoenicia Lawson. For Flagler, Jazzy Mathis will spell Tiffany Hodge for just a moment. Let's see if the Braves can take advantage with no Tiffany Hodge on the floor. She is the main interior threat, and when I say main interior threat, I mean the only post player on Flagler's roster. Just 7 players that the Saints have dressed and ready to go today. UNCP with a full slate, a near full slate of 12. No Jasmine Huntley. That's certainly costly for UNCP so far today. Locklear up top. Moving screen called on Erica Williams. Shot was no good anyway. The offensive foul gives it back to Flagler. UNCP trailing here 33-24, but showing signs of life after looking awfully flat for much of that second quarter. Kiara Crane, the freshman guard for the Saints, will walk it into the offensive half for Flagler. Here's McKissack. Bounce pass goes to Roberts. Swings it to her right. Mathis sizing up. Pass outside. Flynn. Drive and kick. Straight away 3-point attempt. Roberts money. Bree Roberts has her 3rd 3-point make of the day. The 7th 3-pointer for Flagler. And the lead 36-24 is Bree Roberts up to 15 points. Now Crane sneaks in, steals the ball in transition. Flynn driving to the basket. Layup no good. Rebound by Locklear. Gets it over to Williams. Nearly had it stolen. Williams up the near wing. 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Williams retreats back towards midcourt as the Braves will set up, holding for potentially a last shot. Williams over to Stevens on the right side. One dribble pull-up from the free throw line. No good. Long rebound. McKissack has it for Flagler. Now the Saints can take the last shot with 12 seconds left in the first half. Already up by 12. What a half it's been for Bree Roberts, who averages 14 a game. She's already got 15. Here's McKissack on the left side. It's up top with Mathis. She dials long distance. Can't connect. And the first half has come to a close. UNCP will have a lot of things to figure out in that halftime locker room. The Braves coming in at 10-7. The Saints coming in at 2-15. But you wouldn't have guessed that looking at those records, as at halftime, 36 for Flagler, 24 for UNCP. We'll step aside for a little while on the Braves Broadcast Network. When we come back, have a halftime report and the second half, and then, of course, the men's game coming up at about 3:30. Keep it here. You're listening to UNCP Women's Basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine, Florida for the UNCP Braves halftime report. I'm Cameron Songer. Thanks for joining us today on the Braves Broadcast Network. We'll start with scores around the conference. We'll start here and come back to it in a moment. 36-24, the Flagler lead, and certainly not what we expected out of this one, but we'll talk about that in a moment. More importantly, let's look at some scores around the Peach Belt Conference. Number 5 nationally, Columbus State with a 38-30 lead on the road at North Georgia. They're showing no signs of slowing up. Elsewhere in the conference, Young Harris with a halftime lead over Georgia Southwestern, 38-23. Lander with the halftime lead over Augusta, 38-30. And the other games in the conference coming a little bit later. The one to keep an eye on, Braves fans, is the Francis Marion Armstrong State game, as the Braves tied with Francis Marion for second in the Peach Belt Conference. Lander with a win in their game today against Augusta can lock up first place in the PBC's East Division. And if they win their opening round conference tournament game next weekend, they will host the PBC tournament in 2 weeks. Look at the Peach Belt Conference's standings right now. Lander in first place in the East, followed by a tie between UNT Pembroke and Francis Marion at 10-7. USC Aiken in fourth. Trailing them is Augusta by just half a game at 8-9. Armstrong State and Flagler rounding out the East Division. Both of them eliminated from postseason consideration. On the west side, Columbus State in first place at 16-1, followed by Clayton State at 13-4, then North Georgia 11-6. Georgia College and Georgia Southwestern fighting for that last spot, 9-8 and 8-9, respectively. And then on the west side, Young Harris and Montevallo also eliminated from postseason consideration. Let's look now at the halftime stats as Flagler leads UNCP 36-24. How we got to this point and what the Braves might need to do to turn things around in the second half. Number one thing is probably getting to the glass, as Flagler out-rebounded the Braves 20-15. Thanks in large part to 10 rebounds from Tiffany Hodge, who played 18 of 20 possible minutes. This is a Flagler team that likes to shoot the long ball, as they are third in the conference in three-point percentage. The Braves also in the top 3, and both teams shot fairly well from behind the arc. Braves at 3 of 9. Flagler, however, 7 of 19. They took 30 shots, 19 of them were from behind the three-point arc. They are just really casting it up and watching them fall as a team. They're shooting 37% from behind the arc. They've also made all 5 of their free throws. The Braves are 1 of 2 there. And turnover-wise, the Braves not doing a great job taking care of the ball. 7 turnovers compared to just 5 by the Saints. UNCP just needs to, frankly, score the ball a little bit more. They're taking on the team that allows opponents to score the most points per game in the conference. UNCP just needs to keep shooting and try to tire out this Flagler team, which, again, has just 7 players available today. Depth will be an issue, especially if the Braves can force some foul trouble. They weren't able to do that in the first half. They'll need to do better in the second half. About 2 minutes until the start of the third quarter. We'll come back then for UNCP women's basketball second half versus Flagler on the Braves Broadcast Network. Time for the third quarter here in St. Augustine, Florida. We're at Flagler College, where the Saints have a 36-24 lead. Peach Belt Conference women's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. As the Saints wearing their home white jerseys, they'll be going from right to left to start the third quarter as UNCP comes out in a 2-3 zone. It's Bayham, Williams, Locklear, Monley, and Allen for UNCP. Right side of the lane, dish out goes to the corner. Here's Crane. Flagler working it around now, trying to feed down low for Hodge. Back outside, Alford. Top of the key now with Crane. To the right wing, Roberts. Shot clock down to 6. Ball just staying outside the perimeter. Shot clock down to 2. On the left side, Flynn pulls up with the shot clock winding down. No good. Locklear sails in, has the rebound for UNC Pembroke. Here comes the first offensive possession of the second half for UNCP, trailing 36-24 and trying to shoot a little better than they did in the first half when they shot 38%. Here's a Bayham three-point attempt, too strong. UNCP, the top three-point shooting team in the conference, they were right on pace at 33% in that first half. They just need to cool Flagler off a little bit. On the right side of the lane, Alford gets tripped up, blocking foul called on Erica Williams. Her first, team's first here in the third quarter. First minute off the clock in quarter number 3. Saints coming in at 2-15 in the Peach Belt Conference. Braves at 10-7. But the Saints played better than UNCP most of the game back on February 1st. The Braves scoring the last 15 points to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat in that one as the first free throw up and good for Alford. I guess they will say that was in the act of shooting. Thought it was still on the drive, but didn't see a shot go up. Alford, a 72% free throw shooter. And the second one, no good. Rebound by Williams for UNCP. It's the first miss of the day at the free throw line for the Saints as they made their first 6 at the charity stripe. 13-point lead, as large as it's been for Flagler. On the left side with Bayham off a Monley screen. Over to Locklear on the left wing. Bayham up top. Jab step and a drive. Hopping to the rim. Left the layup short. Rebound by Hodge. She has just been a glass eater today for the Saints. Pass goes to the left wing in transition. Hopping to the basket. Layup left a little short. Tied up. Good hustle by Roberts to get back to her own miss. But the possession arrow gives it to UNC Pembroke. 8:34 to go. Third quarter. 37-24 the Flagler lead. UNCP out there with the starting 5. Williams, Locklear, Monley, Bayham, and Allen. And for the Saints, it also is the starting 5. Alford, Roberts, Crane, Flynn, and Hodge. Monley getting to work on the left block as the Braves throw it down low. Up with the layup, too strong. Offensive rebound, Locklear. Back outside for Allen. She goes through the middle of the defense. Lays it up, missed it, but she was fouled. And it will be 2 free throws for Nyla Allen on the blocking foul on Alex Alford. Alford called for just her first personal. That's one of the things you need to do as a team without a lot of depth. Flagler with 7 players today. The full complement of their players, that's it. They have a couple other players who've been hurt for most of the year. As Nyla Allen cans the first free throw. When you don't have tremendous depth, you need to play without fouling to avoid foul trouble. And nobody on this Flagler team has picked up a second foul yet in the game. Everybody but one has a single foul. Both free throws good from Allen. It's down to an 11-point Flagler lead. 8:10 to go in the third quarter. 37-26. Flagler in front of UNC Pembroke. On the left side, here's Flynn, guarded by Locklear. Gives it off to Roberts. Roberts at the free throw line. Pulls up with a jump shot. No good. Rebound by Monley for UNCP. She's bumped out of bounds. Throws it back towards the mass of her teammates, and Locklear emerges with it. Cross midcourt. Gets it to Williams as Monley hustles back into the play. She got bumped into the Spirit squad there along the baseline. I'm not sure they let her get up so easily. Allen over to Bayham at the top of the key. Shot clock already down to 14. Here's Locklear. Long pass to the right side. Williams tries to drive baseline. Puts up the shot through some contact. Banks it in. Erica Williams makes it just a 9-point game. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Erica Williams has her first bucket today. Well, the Braves had just 4 players score in that first half. Allen had 7. Monley had 2. Bayham had 7. And Locklear had 8. That was it. The rest of the team combined for a whopping 0 points. Williams shoots the passing lane. She's got a steal. Fumbled with it. Now she's running the other way. High dribble down the right side of the lane. Has it ripped away by Crane. That's a clean steal. In transition, 3-on-1 for Flagler. Alford leaves it to a teammate. 3-point attempt just off the mark. Hodge tried to pull in a one-handed rebound. It's poked loose. She gets it back. Hodge fighting for it under the basket. Ball is tied up, and it will stay on that end with Flagler. Erica Williams feisty, trying to grab that rebound. Is Brianna Bayham also in there trying to win it for UNCP, but Tiffany Hodge just too strong under the basket. 28 on the shot clock for the Saints, up by 9 with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hodge throws it deep back towards midcourt. It will bounce a couple times into the backcourt, and Alford will track it down. Alford directing the play for the Saints. Pass goes to her left with Crane. Left free throw line extended. Back up top now, Roberts. To the right side it goes. Alford lobs down low for Hodge. Hodge gets to work. Picked up her dribble, spins to the middle. She took too many steps. Laid in, it's not going to count. Tiffany Hodge thinking about talking to the official about that call. The coach is on the bench telling her, save your energy. And she will need to play a lot of minutes here down the home stretch to keep the Braves from grabbing really most of the rebounds, as Tiffany Hodge is almost single-handedly out-rebounding UNCP. That's the way it feels, at least. Bayham on the left side. Back up top for Allen. Allen dials long distance, off the mark. A quick shot for Nyla Allen doesn't drop. Flagler rebounds, pushes the other way. Roberts to the teeth of the defense. Dish out, open, 3 from the left side. Flynn, not this time. Rebound tapped out, and Hodge has it for Flagler. Shot clock resets. Flagler will take it back out to the left wing for Crane. Crane gives it over to her left for Roberts, now in front of the Flagler bench with 20 on the shot clock. 4 minutes off the clock in quarter number 3. The Saints lead 37-28. One dribble pull-up just inside the arc, no good from Crane, and the rebound by UNC Pembroke. Gets it to the point guard, Williams. Williams with a head of steam up the floor, has to slow it up, gives it to Allen, straight away three-point up. No, her foot was on the line, it's just a 2. Nyla Allen from very close to three-point range. She's got 12 points now. 37-30, the Flagler lead. The Braves inching closer. Keep getting stops. They will continue to make it a close game. Nyla Allen, straight away, her foot was just over that three-point line on that shot. Tough break for UNCP. Flynn, crossover ball gets poked away. Hodge, thinking about that long range too. Shot clock down to 10. Flagler resets. Off a screen. That shot blocked by Monley. Rebound poked loose as Bayham couldn't stick a fork in it. It goes out of bounds to Flagler. 37-30, the Saints lead. 5:19 to go third quarter. Inbounds pass goes to the left side, Alford. Shot clock to 1 as she gets tripped up. Ball gets stolen by UNCP. Monley and Alford get their legs tangled up. It's 4-on-4. Good up fake. Bayham right to the rim. Puts it on the rim. No good. Rebound poked out. Bayham couldn't stick a fork in it. It's out of bounds to Flagler. Brianna Bayham not going to miss many layups, but she choked on that one. Now the Saints look to push as Bayham hanging her head. So is Williams as the Saints come back quickly on offense. Midway through the third quarter now, it's a 7-point Flagler lead. Drive to the rim. Blocking foul called on Locklear as sailing to the rim was Alex Alford. She will shoot 2 free throws when we come back. 4:58 to go third quarter. Saints 37, Braves 30. You're listening to UNC Pembroke women's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. Keep it here. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. At the line, shooting 2 for the Saints is number 1, Alex Alford, a junior from Clearwater, Florida. She's good on the first to make Flagler's lead 38-30. Second free throw on its way. It's also good. 4:58 to play in the third. Braves have their work cut out for them, trailing by 9 points on the road here at Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine, Florida. Sillimon takes it up the floor, gives it back to Erica Williams. Braves 5, it's Locklear, Sillimon, Williams, Allen, and Monley. Silliman off a drift screen on the right wing, doesn't take the three, gives it down low for Monley. Monley up through contact, missed the layup, and the rebound gobbled up by Hodge. See what the Braves are trying to do, get that second foul on Tiffany Hodge. Excuse me, that would be a third on Hodge, but the Braves can't seem to get it yet. Extra pass goes to the left corner for the Saints, trying to push the lead back up to double figures again. On the right side, here's Flynn. Flynn, one dribble pass off to Alford. Alford dials long distance and connects. Nothing but net. Alex Alford just straight on the mark with that one. 42-30 as Alford's got 9 points. Saints have just 7 players today, as they've had pretty much this entire conference season, but they are getting the job done at home. Locklear, jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Williams. Out to the corner. Williams over to Allen. Allen lobs down low for Monley. Monley gets double teamed. Up through some contact, puts up the shot. Let's see who they call this on. This could be huge if it's on Hodge, but it's not. It's on Kiera Crane. The reason we keep an eye on Hodge is the big moment in the Braves' comeback victory against Flagler back on February 1st was when Hodge fouled out of the game. She's got 14 rebounds already in this one out of her team's 20, and the Braves as a team have 15 total rebounds. She is just controlling the glass on both ends. Sub now for the Saints. Maggie Flynn goes to the bench. In for Flagler's number 21, Kara McKissack. Monley was no good on the first free throw. Her second one is good, and it's 42-32 Flagler with 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Check that. Both free throws were good for Monley. Still a 10-point game either way. Hodge on the right side, pass fake. Now gives it over to her right with McKissack. McKissack, couple dribbles, pulls up with an 18-foot jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped out by Monley. It goes right to Flagler's Roberts, and she sends it back outside. The Saints reset the offense. 3.5 minutes to play third quarter. 10-point lead for the Flagler Saints, who come in at 2-15 in the league. Braves at 10-7 in conference play. Into the teeth of the defense. Ball taken away by UNCP, but they call a foul. Third team foul on the Braves this quarter. They'll call Avery Locklear for reaching in from the weak side. Locklear called for her third as UNCP makes a change. Jillian Ebron replaces Nyla Allen. Also for the Braves, Brianna Bayham hustling to the scorer's table. They will get that sub in time. Bayham comes in for Avery Locklear. So UNCP has Williams, Bayham, Ebron, Silliman, and Monley, the 5 on the floor for the black and gold. For Flagler, Alford, Roberts, Crane, Hodge, and McKissack, the 5. Haven't seen much of Jazzy Mathis coming back from an injury. She hasn't scored yet. Neither has McKissack. So all the Flagler scoring has come from their starting 5. There's a 3 that's airballed. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch by UNCP as the Braves fail once again to clear the defensive glass. How about that? 0 bench points today from Flagler, but UNCP hasn't scored any off their bench either. The difference is the Braves have used a host of players off the bench. It looks like all 12 players who traveled with the Braves and are available to play have played so far in this game. Just none of the 7 non-starters have scored. Hodge grabs a rebound while falling to her rear end. There's a foul called on Hodge as she climbed over the back. That's her 4th. Excuse me, just her 3rd. No, her 2nd. Saints fan didn't like that call. The Braves will come back with it on offense, trailing by 10. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. So Hodge hasn't been a main scorer today for Flagler, as they've really just been firing three-pointer after three-pointer, and many of them have gone in. Monley catches the free throw line, spins, goes to the middle on Hodge. Ball gets poked away. Monley gets it back. She's double-teamed, back outside for Silliman. Pass tipped away. Silliman gets it back, dribbles to the corner. Long pass back outside Bayham. Shot clock down to 5. Bayham into the teeth of the defense. Puts up a shot as she's off balance. Rebound tipped up in the air. Flagler has it, falling out of bounds. Bayham grabs a steal, pokes it to Williams. Williams driving to the rim. There's a whistle. And what's this call? That's a reach-in foul called on Hodge. There is foul number 3 on her. And it's the 4th team foul on the Saints. Huge if the Braves can get a 4th on her. Flagler has almost no other post-scoring or rebounding, and they go to Monley. Monley gets to work, driving on Hodge, puts up the layup, no good. Monley can't get the rebound over Hodge after the stop. 10-point Flagler lead, 2:10 to go in the third quarter. You see what the Braves' game plan is now. They see a window. Still down by 10, but there's a crack. Hodge down low, spins past Monley. Dish out goes to the left short corner. McKissack drives baseline, pulls up from 6. No good, gets her own rebound after it's poked free. Reach-in foul called on UNCP, Brianna Bayham. That's her 3rd. A couple players now with 3 personal fouls. Bayham for the Braves, Hodge for the Saints. The game-high score is still 15 points for Roberts for Flagler, but she hasn't scored here in the third quarter. Monley will get a breather. Brandy Robinson in for UNCP. Brianna Bayham also goes to the bench, and Ebony Stevens back on for the black and gold. Fresh 30 on the shot clock for the Saints. 42-32 their lead as we're under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Hodge guarded by Robinson in the left corner. Back outside Alford. Up top it goes for Crane. Crane, pass goes to her right. Gets it back now to the left wing. Wide open 3. Alford swish. Alex Alford from downtown. She's 3 of 4 from long range. And the lead back up to 13 for Flagler. Silman on the right side. Up top for Ebron to Robinson at the free throw line. Pulls up with a jump shot. Back rim. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Flagler. It stays on that end. Still Braves ball. Quick shot that time by Brandy Robinson. The game plan should probably be to drive at Tiffany Hodge, see if they can get a 4th foul called on her. Sub for Flagler. Maggie Flynn hustles to the scorer's table. She'll replace Bree Roberts. So although Jazzy Mathis is available today for the Saints, she's coming back from an injury. Catch and shoot 3 from the left side. Silman too strong. Ebron pokes the rebound up in the air. Flagler has it running the other way. Alford driving on Robinson, gets cut off, hands it off to the corner. Crane driving baseline, puts up the shot, lays it in and one. 47-32 Flagler as Kiera Crane up to 5 points. Who they call this on? It's on Ebony Stevens, her first as UNCP calls a timeout. Largest lead of the game for Flagler. It's up to 15 points. Could be 16 pending a free throw when we come back. 1:14 to go in the third. It's 47-32 Saints. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNT Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all their support and offering the best for Braves athletes. 1:14 to go in the third quarter of this women's basketball game. Flagler 47, UNCP 32 as Kiera Crane makes the free throw for Flagler. And lead up to 16. That's as big as it's been for the Saints, who are the last place team in the PBC's East Division. UNCP comes in tied for second, but the Saints playing with more energy, making more shots, and they're trapping now in the half court. Braves working their way past it. They get it to Williams. She clears everybody out, and the Saints set up in the half court defense. Under a minute to play in the third quarter, it's UNCP trailing 48-32. Stevens, a pass to her right. Silman lobs down low for Robinson, who gets fouled, missed the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Brandy Robinson. This game has been played on the perimeter today. Flagler taking just a bunch of shots from behind the arc. As a team, 24 of their 44 shots have been from three-point range. UNCP's taking just 11 threes out of 39 total shots. Here's Brandy Robinson's first trip to the free throw line today. No good on the first free throw. Braves is a team 1 of 2 in the whole first half at the charity stripe. That's their first miss of the second half as a team now. They're 5 of 7. One more free throw on the way for Brandy Robinson. She's looking for her first point today, and she will still be looking after that one misses. Defensive rebound, Flagler up 16. Can go 2 for 1 to close out the third quarter. Ball swung to the right side, Alford. Alford pass goes to the corner. Here's a three-point attempt. Mathis, a little too strong, and the rebound by UNCP. About a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as Erica Williams takes it into the front court, gives it to Ebron to her left. Ebron holding, waiting for somebody to break open. It's Stevens on the left side. Stevens off an Ebron screen, picks up her dribble, throws to the right corner. Williams is fouled. Flagler over the limit. That reach-in foul called on Kiera Crane. That's her third. And it's 2 free throws for Erica Williams. Williams for the Braves, a 71% free throw shooter. Coming off a 10-rebound performance in the loss on the road at Armstrong State last time out. Braves have struggled on the road this year. Just 4-8 away from Pembroke. And last time out, a 73-72 overtime loss at Armstrong State. Looks like Williams got hit in the face there and will have a bloody nose that needs to get cleaned up. So Brianna Bayham will come in and shoot these free throws for UNCP. Braves need some points, down by 16 as the third quarter winds to a close, and Bayham can't hit the first free throw. Been a struggle to shoot free throws today for UNCP. 5 of 9 from the charity stripe. One more free throw for junior guard Brianna Bayham. Spins in her offhand, bends the knees, fires the free throw, and this one also rattles out. So 0 of the last 4 from the free throw line. UNCP still staring at a 16-point deficit. Shot clock turned off, 13 left to play in the third quarter. Alford, handoff looking for Crane, slips through her fingers, gets it back to the left corner. McKissack with 7. Up top, Crane again. Crane behind the back dribble, back over to McKissack. Dials long distance, too strong. Rebound Robinson. And the third quarter is in the books. Braves down 16 after 3 quarters. We'll be looking for another stellar comeback against Flagler, trying to repeat the performance they had back on February 1st when the Braves scored the last 15 points. They'll need another minor miracle to win this one. 48-32 after 3 quarters. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Braves Broadcast Network. Start of the fourth quarter, UNCP basketball trailing 48-32. Peach Belt Conference women's action between the Braves and Flagler College Saints. UNCP has Robinson, Bayham, Silliman, Hebron, and Stevens. Bayham gives it to Stevens on the left side. A good three-point shooter, gives it back to Bayham. She takes the three and misses. Long rebound to Flagler. Here's Roberts, gives it off Alford, and the Saints should be in no hurry on the offensive end. UNCP playing man-to-man defense as the Saints go from right to left across their home floor. Second to last game of the regular season for them. Braves also the second to last regular season game, but they will be in the conference tournament. What seed remains to be determined. A win would certainly help their cause today, but they have a long way to go to get to that level. Drive to the basket, a blocking foul. No, offensive foul. Offensive foul as Blair Silliman draws the charge. And they call that on number 14, Maggie Flynn. Flynn called for her second personal. Full court press from the Saints. Bayham up the left wing, lobbing it back for Stevens. Here's Bayham up top. Handoff for Silliman, who steps into a three-point attempt. Not this time, but that doesn't even draw iron, just off the backboard and out. Braves have struggled to shoot the long ball today. 3 of 13, with no makes coming in the second half. It's 23% for a team that usually shoots 33%. That pass looking down low, kicked by Silliman. Flagler retains possession. Braves will make some changes. Locklear in for Silliman. Nyla Allen on for Jillian Ebron. Flagler out there with the starting 5, it looks like. Alford, Roberts, Crane, Flynn, and Hodge. Wearing the home white jerseys with yellow letters and numbers. 13 on the shot clock. Pass goes to the left for Flynn. Flynn holding at the waist. Pass up top, gets it to Crane. Down to 6 to shoot for the Saints. Hard screen set by Hodge. Pass to the corner. Three-point attempt. Roberts rattles out, and UNCP grabs the rebound. Braves getting out-rebounded here today, 38 to 26. And it's coming back the other way. The Braves get a layup. Good by Brianna Bayham. She's got 9. Flagler comes back quickly. Couple dribble pull-up jump shot from 12. Knocked in by Maggie Flynn. Just nobody getting back on defense that time for UNCP. Lead back up to 16, 50-34. It's been a fairly low-scoring game here this afternoon, and that certainly favors Flagler as Robinson has it ripped away by Flynn. Another steal by the Saints. Up the middle of the floor as Alford looks to the sideline, will pound the ball into the hardwood a little bit and take some time off the clock. To the left side for Flynn, holds it above her head, back over to Alford on the right wing. Flagler just 4-20 this year, 2-15 in Peach Belt Conference play. Hodge back outside, up fake. Roberts jab step, gets to the lane, ball gets poked away. She gets it back under the basket, kick out to the corner. Ball slipping through the fingers of Crane, gets it back. Now it's over with Flynn. A long distance 3, just left it short. Shot clock was down to 2, so she had to fire. Here's UNCP, Bayham right to the basket. Ball gets poked away, but she's fouled. Reach-in foul called on Flagler. It's on number 1, Alex Alford. It's just her second. Braves will make a change in between these free throws as Jason Monley will come back in. Braves need her senior presence and a steadying hand down low. 2 fouls against Flagler this quarter, none on the Braves. 7:24 to go in the fourth. It's 50-34 Flagler. Important free throws now for UNCP. Brianna Bayham can't hit the first. It has been just a really cold shooting half for UNCP here in the second. 3 of 16 from the floor, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc, and 4 of 9 from the charity stripe since halftime. This basket on the right side of the floor has just not been kind to the black and gold. Second free throw, Bayham is good. It's a 15-point game with 7:24 to go. The Saints looking to stun the Braves and really hurt the Braves' postseason outlook. Braves at 10-7 in the league, 15-9 overall. Really struggling to win games away from home. Hodge up top, pass goes to her right. Off-balance shot, Crane, no good. Braves fighting for the rebound amongst themselves as Locklear emerges with it. Gets it over to Bayham, but the Saints back on defense. Bayham in transition, slicing to the basket. Somehow, almost got it up. And the rebound by Allen. Got it up, couldn't get it to fall. Nyla Allen on the second chance. She's got 13 to lead UNCP. Game-high score continues to be Bree Roberts, who hasn't scored since halftime. Braves get a steal as Stevens pokes it loose and recovers. Bayham out the other way. Driving to the basket, gets bumped, puts the shot on the rim, no good. Offense rebound, Allen. She gets pushed from behind, missed it, but she'll shoot 2. Who do they call this on? It's on number 11, Kiera Crane. It's her 4th. So she's the first Flagler player to pick up a 4th personal foul. And Flagler will make a change, but they'll also take a timeout. So Nyla Allen will shoot the 2 free throws when we come back. 6:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Braves trailing 50-37 on the road in St. Augustine. Braves fans, don't miss out on your chance to receive rewards for attending UNCP home athletic events during the 2016-17 season. Visit the App Store on your smartphone, download #BraveNation, UNCP's new fan engagement app. The app can be found on the Apple Store or on Google Play. Search #BraveNation. And remember to tune in to the second half of our doubleheader. UNCP men's basketball will take on Flagler at about 3:30 following a ceremony to recognize retiring Flagler men's head coach Bo Clark. That's on a separate stream but right here on the same channel, UNCP Braves Radio. Tomorrow, UNCP softball at home, hosting Elizabeth City State. On our main channel, search UNCP Braves and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. First pitch at noon for a doubleheader. Nyla Allen missing the first free throw. She'll take one more, and this one is good. The Braves trail 50-38 with 6:39 to play in the fourth quarter. Allen with 14 points to lead UNCP today. Also got 6 rebounds, but the Braves as a team getting out-rebounded 38-31. Long pass. Flagler players ran into each other, nearly called for a travel, as Hodge almost taking out her own teammate and Maggie Flynn. Saints retain possession. Shot clock down to 10 for Flagler. On the left side, Roberts. To the corner it goes for Flynn. Holds it above her head. Back over to Roberts. Up top, McKissack, drive and kick. Shot clock down to 1. Alford fires a deep 3. Rebound high up in the air. UNCP grabs it, And here comes Bayham. Bayham over to Allen. Right wing 3-point attempt. Yes! And the Braves trail by just 9. 50-41 with 6 minutes to go. Braves looking for another big-time comeback against Flagler. Saints led by 13 with 3 minutes left the first time these two teams faced off, and the Braves went on a 15-0 run and snatched a victory from the Saints. Let's see what Flagler learned from that experience. A young team with no seniors on it. Flynn gives it to Hodge. To the left side over for Alford. Shot clock down to 5. Alford guarded by Bayham, holding below the waist. Pick and roll. Up top with the shot clock down to 1. Fires an off-balance shot. No good. Didn't hit iron. Shot clock violation. Braves ball. 5:27 to play. It's just a 9-point game. This one far from over, especially if the Braves can get another couple stops and some easy baskets. Change for the Saints. As number 11, Kiera Crane back in the game. She does have 4 fouls. And it will be a break for Kara McKissack. Probably the starting 5 the rest of the way for Flagler here in this one, barring any foul trouble. Monley pass to the left, goes to Bayham. Bayham gets it back from Allen. Now drives to the basket. Up through some contact, lays it in, no whistle. Brianna Bayham's made this just a 7-point game. 12 points in the game for Bayham. She has scored in double figures in 9 of the Braves' last 11 games. Double team out top. Flagler able to get past it. Up by 7 with still 5 minutes to play. Out to the left side. Flynn thinking about the 3. Drives to the basket. Off balance. Layup is good. She split a double team and finishes with the right hand. Maggie Flynn has 13. The Flagler Saints lead 52-43. Locklear, quick 3. Left it short. Rebound. Poked out. Flagler's got it. Here's Crane. Out in front. Here's Flynn. Driving to the basket. Blocking foul called on Locklear. 2 free throws coming up for Maggie Flynn. Bad foul on Locklear. It'll be her 4th. 4:36 still to play. And this one not over yet. Maggie Flynn, a 78% free throw shooter from Venice, Florida, by way of St. Leo University. One of the main scorers for this Flagler team at 12.1 points per game, but before she can shoot these free throws, we have to mop up a wet spot on the floor. Braves fans, remember that UNCP basketball plays its final regular season game at home on Wednesday, starting at 5:30 with the women's game, men's game at 7:30. It's also senior night in Pembroke. Tickets still available for a rivalry game between UNC Pembroke and Francis Marion. For more information, visit uncpbraves.com. Flynn can't connect on the first free throw as the Braves make a change. Erica Williams will replace Avery Locklear. Braves 5 is Allen, Williams, Monley, Stevens, and Bayham. Starting 5 out there for Flagler: Alford, Roberts, Crane, Flynn, and Hodge. Second free throw on the way for Flynn is good. It's back to a 10-point Flagler lead with 4.5 minutes to play in this one. Allen over to Bayham, up the wing. It goes to Monley. Monley, high dribble, hopping to the basket, gets bumped, lays it in anyway. Trying to draw that 4th foul on Hodge, didn't get it that time. Monley's got just 6. She's the Braves' leading scorer this season's been quiet tonight. Long pass goes to the corner. Long 2, long rebound. The Braves able to get it after the miss. Williams, head up dribble, crosses midcourt. Braves set up. 4 minutes to play, down by 8. Is another comeback in the cards for UNCP. Handoff goes to Stevens, weaves it over. Bayham gets it back to Stevens. 3-point attempt around the rim, no good. Hodge, another rebound for Flagler. Hodge has rebound number 18 to go with her 6 points. But she has been a glass eater today, the leading rebounder in the Peach Pelt Conference at nearly 12 per game. On the left side, Alford lobs down low for Hodge. Double team, sends it back out to the corner for Alford. Alford uses that screen from Hodge. Pick and roll action, can't go anywhere with it. Shot clock down to 10. Down the lane, dish out to the right side. Flynn, a 3-point attempt. No good. Offensive rebound, Hodge. Her putback is no good, but she was fouled by Monley. Foul called on Janisa Monley. It's her third. And with 3:31 to play, Flagler's lead is 8. 2 free throws for the Saints, Tiffany Hodge. Hodge, a post player who shoots free throws reasonably well, 69%. First one on its way, and it is good. Saints as a team shooting 11 of 13 from the free throw line, Braves 7 of 14. That's a lot of points to leave on the table for the black and gold in a fairly close game. 3:31 to go. It's 54-45. One more free throw on the way. Hodge is also good. It's back to a double-figure lead for the Saints. 3.5 to go. Braves need another big-time comeback as the Saints try to pressure in the full court. Pass goes to Stevens across midcourt, finds Bayham. Bayham dribbles into the lane, puts up the jump shot too strong. Hodge grabs another rebound. That's number 20. Saints come back with it on offense, up by 10 and in no hurry this trip down the floor. 3 minutes to play. Up top, Crane. To the left side, over for Roberts. Roberts holding at the waist, waiting for somebody to cut open. Down to 11 on the shot clock. On the right side, Crane. Crane passes up top for Hodge. Hodge lost it, gets it back. Over to Flynn now. Shot clock to 5 at the left elbow. Flynn has it poked away, shovels it back over to the wing. Step back 2 on the way. Roberts too strong. Rebound Nyla Allen. But now a 10-point game with 2:45 to play. Here's Williams up the floor for UNCP. Gets it to Stevens up top for Monley. Monley, tight defense on her. Gets it to Bayham. Braves don't have a lot of time to waste. They need to score just about every trip down. Allen comes out, sets a screen. Saints work around it. Allen pops, takes the three-point attempt from the left side, left it short. Long rebound, and the Saints have it. Roberts hauls it in, gets it to the point guard, Alford, and the Saints will walk it up again. They can take this under 2 minutes to go in a 10-point ball game. Remember, the Braves trailed by 13 with 3 minutes left the first time these two teams played and came away with the victory. This might not be another miracle come from behind win for UNCP this afternoon. Dish goes to the left corner, thinking about the three. Shot clock down to 7. Pull-up jump shot. Good by Kiera Crane. She was way off balance. Janisa Monley was all in her face. That might be the dagger. 12 points with 2 minutes to go. Monley calling for it down low. Faces up. Spins on Hodge. Puts up the shot in the lane. Around the rim and down. 8 points for Monley. Timeout UNCP. 10-point game, a minute 48 to go. 30-second timeout taken by UNCP. Now look at the bench, or look at the stats in this game. Folks, we have had a total of 0 points scored from the two benches combined. That is incredible at this point in this game. That literally the only players to have scored in this game are the starters. Allen leads the Braves and all scorers with 17. Bayham has 12. Locklear and Monley have 8 each, and Williams has 2. For the Saints, Alford with 12, Roberts with 15, Flynn with 14, Crane with 8, Hodge with 8. Hodge leads all rebounders with 20, in large part helping Flagler to a 43-35 rebounding edge. Both teams with 3 points off turnovers. Points on second chances have been pretty even. 8 for the Saints, 7 for the Braves. A lot of those rebounds, though, for Flagler offensive boards. They just haven't been able to stick those in. 57-47 the lead. Flagler ball, full court press from UNCP. A minute 48 to play in the fourth quarter. Braves need some steals and some quick baskets. Braves have 1 timeout left. The Saints have 2. Foul situation. Neither team in the bonus. Saints break this press. Double team along the sideline. Ball squirted out of bounds. A blocking foul called on UNCP. See who they call this on. It goes on, it looks like Erica Williams. That's her third. Minute 40 to play. Saints to inbound as the Braves make a change. Williams will go to the bench. Avery Locklear in. That last foul, the third on UNCP. So 3 team fouls each way. A minute 37 to play. The Braves need to get a steal. Otherwise, Flagler can take this down to a minute 10. On the right side, Hodge guarded by Locklear. Braves trying to reach in and grab a steal. Flynn, pass to the left side, Alford. Alford lobs down low. Hodge gets nice position, lays it up and in. That should just about do it. Double-double for Tiffany Hodge. 10 points, 20 rebounds. 59-47, the UNCP deficit with a minute 15 to go. Stevens, step back 3. The Braves need it. She gets it. Timeout UNCP. This is a full timeout, the last one that the Braves have. And with a minute 10 to play, 59-50 the Saints lead. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. Don't go anywhere. We might have another big-time Braves comeback in the cards. Here we go, 9-point game with 1:10 to go. It's Flagler ball, and the Saints have the lead playing in front of the hometown crowd in St. Augustine, Florida. Fourth quarter, and UNCP looking for a couple steals and a full court press. Inbounds pass goes to Crane, up the floor, up the left wing. Braves will look to try to foul here. Braves trapping, still haven't given the foul. Shot clock at 22, and the Saints retreat with the ball. Alford out near midcourt, and now the Braves will not foul. It goes to the right side. Ball nearly slips through the fingertips of Roberts. Gets it back to Alford. Alford, dish toes to the corner. Saints 10 on the shot clock. Drive to the basket. Blocking foul called as Locklear stepped in and tried to take the charge. For Avery Locklear, that's foul number 5. Her afternoon is done. 47 seconds left to play. It's a 59-50 lead for Flagler. And you look at what Locklear has done today. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. And it will be 2 free throws for Bree Roberts. Can put the lead back up to double figures with 46.9 seconds to go. And hopefully for the Saints, you would think, put this game away. The Braves will fight to the finish, but doesn't appear to be enough sand left in the hourglass for UNCP to complete this comeback. They waited until the last second again to really turn on the Jets. Braves just didn't play well for about the first 3 quarters. Second free throw also good. It's 61-50. Inbounds pass nearly stolen from Bayham, but she gets it back. Braves up the floor with 42 seconds to go. Bayham shovels it off for Allen. Allen up top. Jab step and a drive down the left side of the lane to the basket with the lefty layup. No good. Hodge with rebound number 21. Pass to her teammate. That should do it. Braves not going to foul. 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Bayham reaches in, tries to give a steal, and there's the foul. That just allows more celebration for the hometown fans here at Flagler. Saints will improve to 3-15 in the Peach Belt Conference. UNCP played with fire today and got burned. Flagler played them very close the first time these two teams played. Back in Pembroke, it was a 2-point Braves win. UNCP will not get so lucky against, on paper, an inferior Flagler team. But give credit to the Saints as first free throw up and good for Alfred. They were the better team here this afternoon, plain and simple. They outplayed the Braves, especially on the glass. 44-35, the rebounding edge, thanks to 21 rebounds from Tiffany Hodge. Second free throw also good, as the Saints will empty the bench. Both players who were on the bench will come into the game. Another reminder that a team that was playing with just 7 players has defeated UNCP here today. 27 seconds left. It's 63-50. This will be another frustrating loss for the Braves, who will fall to 4-9 away from Pembroke. 63-50, the Saints lead. Final 20 seconds, shot clock turned off. Pritchard gives it over to the corner. Here's a three-point attempt. Bayham way too strong. Offensive rebound. Pritchard, the layup no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Flagler. Still Braves ball with 11.6 seconds to play. Braves will drop to 10-8 in the Peach Belt Conference. And depending on what happens with Francis Marion's game later today, could fall into 3rd place in the PBC's East Division. Shot no good. Offensive rebound Silliman. A last-second 3 no good. And this rebound controlled by Flagler. That will do it. Your final score, Flagler 63, UNCP 50. A hard-fought win for a Flagler team that hasn't had much to cheer for this year. They deserved this one today, as the Braves dropped to 15-10 overall, 10-8 in the Peach Belt Conference. They're now 3-6 in the last 9 games. They'll have one more game this regular season, taking on Francis Marion on Wednesday night. 5:30 p.m. the opening tip for that one. Be sure to tune back in to the Braves Broadcast Network in about 30 minutes. UNCP men's basketball will take on Flagler in just a little while. But your final score one more time in this one. Flagler upsetting UNCP, although you wouldn't have known it based on the way they played. Final score, 63 for Flagler, 50 for UNCP. I'm Cameron Songer signing off for now on the Braves Broadcast Network from Flagler Gymnasium in St. Augustine, Florida. Thanks for listening. See you in a little bit.